Everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. And this time, we're diving headfirst into a topic that's sure to get those creative gears turning, especially with Halloween right around the corner.
It's that time of year again. Time to start brainstorming those costumes.
It really is. And luckily, we've got a fantastic article here that's packed with unique Halloween costume ideas.
It's called Spooky Season. Unique Halloween costume ideas for all ages.
That's the one. So get those creative gears turning.
I am. Let's hear it.
Let's jump right into it. They've got some really fun suggestions, even for the little ones.
Okay. Love it. Like what?
Well, one that caught my eye was the mini maker costume, like those little inventors tinkering away.
Oh, I love that. It's so nostalgic. It reminds me of my childhood, taking things apart, trying to figure out how they worked.
Right. And it's such a great way to encourage kids to be creative and curious.
Absolutely. Plus, it could be a fun project for families to do together.
Definitely. Speaking of fun projects, how cool is this glow-in-the-dark firefly idea?
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
Visually, that's going to be so striking. I mean, who doesn't love things that glow in the dark?
Right. Okay, but they didn't just stop at the kids' costumes. They had some really intriguing ideas for adults, too.
Okay, let's hear it. Like what?
Well, one that I thought was super cool was the steampunk time traveler.
Ooh, steampunk. Nice.
Right. It's such a unique aesthetic.
I think it's that blend of like vintage and futuristic elements,
Yeah.
Like you've got the gears and the goggles and that Victorian flair, but
Yeah.
it feels futuristic at the same time.
Exactly. And you can really get creative with it. It's not just one specific look. Now, another one that caught my eye was the space age siren.
Ooh, very cool.
Right. That whole retrofuturism vibe is so in right now.
It's very visually striking. It makes you think of those old sci-fi illustrations, with the sleek spaceships.
Hmm.
It's very optimistic and stylish, I think.
It really is. Okay, so we've talked about some individual costumes, but this article also had some awesome ideas for group costumes, which I always think is so fun.
Group costumes are the best. What did they suggest?
Well, they had some classics, of course, but then there was one that I thought was particularly clever. It was the surrealist art movement.
Ooh, very cool.
Right. I mean, talk about a head-turning, conversation-starting costume.
That's fantastic, especially for a group that loves art and wants to do something really unique and thought-provoking.
Right. So, as you can see, this article has given us a ton to think about.
It really has.
From adorable kids' costumes to more elaborate themes. And we've even touched on the psychology behind why certain aesthetics, like steampunk and retrofuturism, are so appealing.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have. But if I can leave our listeners with one final thought, and something we've kind of touched on already, but it's worth reiterating, it's this.
What's that?
Don't be afraid to put your own spin on these ideas. What speaks to you? What unique twist can you bring to the table?
Exactly. The best costumes are the ones that have a personal touch.
Absolutely. So get out there, get creative, and most importantly, have fun with it. That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for more explorations into all things fascinating and thought-provoking.